and planning to ride the bus to the game, please pay $1.50 to Mrs. Begg or Mrs. Moore before you leave here. And right now we'd like to do this cheer great. Injury.
nice and special occasion for me. I don't know if all of you are aware of the fact that about 20 years ago I was a student in this very high school. And I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. French, and Mr. Otterblad, and the team members, and our fine band and band directors. For making one of my personal long-time dreams come through. I think I'm going to make this talk very short, but I just want to thank these gentlemen and wish them all the best on behalf of the administration and the faculty of the entire district. And boys, this is your opportunity to show the rest of the state what we've always known all along, that Silver Bay is #1.
For the entire team and coaching staff, so I'd like to thank him and his friends. He wouldn't say who they were, but thank him. I'm proud of the team this year. We've been behind in the districts. We've been in the underdog. We came through in the region. We were the underdogs. We came back. We beat a good Evelyn team. We're going down to the state tournament. We play Marshall University. They've got a 53-game winning streak. We're the underdogs again, but that doesn't bother us. We're going to go down and we're going to snap that winning streak, and we're going to cut the nets down and come back with the state tournament trophy.
Super great! 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 I'm ready to well, are they? Get on there. We're number one! 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 We're number one!
Hello.
There he is.
Hi.
There he is.
Hey, we're gonna take films for tennis.
Yeah, I think so.
How many you got?
There you are. We got you.
Take.
Wouldn't dare. Catch him on the way down here.
It's not
Parents of both clubs from their respective dressing rooms down for talks with their coaches. And right now, the Mariners of Silver Bay come back on the floor to the welcoming screams of their partisans. And they are followed immediately by the defending Class A champion Cardinals of Marshall U High. Roger mentioned, excuse me, Roger.
I'm convinced that one of the reasons teams have trouble down here their first game is simply because of the building and the floor that they have to play on here. most kids are used to playing in high school in the old gym where they got a wall behind the basket and you're used to the surroundings. And suddenly you get out on this floor and you look up through that glass backboard and you see nothing, absolutely nothing but rows of seats and open space.
It's really hard.
That's right. It's a big adjustment. No matter what people like to think and say, I think it's an adjustment.
It's awfully difficult. You don't have the adjustment much anymore, but I remember going from metal fan-shaped white backboards to the first time I ever saw glass backboards. It's a drastic change. All of a sudden you can see things beyond the basket. That is a problem here. Well, we'll have our national anthem and then the starting lineups for tonight's game coming up here in just a moment. Roger mentioned a height advantage. Silver Bay will put two men 6'4" on the floor, Jeff Flanagan and Dave Trost. The biggest that Marshall U High has is Ronnie Hadley. Ronnie goes 6'3", and outside of Rodney Hargest, he is the only man on the Marshall U High starting five, actually six, that goes over the 6-foot mark. Now let's go to our national anthem performed by the Silver Bay High School Band.
Champion Marshall University at the forwards. Number 40, Willie Braziel. And number 10, Butch Greene. Center, number 32, Ronnie Hadley. Guards, number 22, Kevin Washington. And number 4, Rodney Hargest. Starting for the Region 7 champion, Silver Bay. At the forwards, number 43, Tom Frericks. Number 25, Jeff Flanagan. At center, number 35, Dave Trost. Guards, number 31, Mike Frericks. And number 23, Casey Frank.
The Silver Bay High School Band, and I don't want to slight anybody, was directed by Paul Pollich. For those of you that have been watching the high school features that we have had on between games, if we do not run a feature on the school in your area, it is simply because we did not receive that feature from the school involved and thus have been unable to do so. But most of the schools have cooperated and we have received them. We're ready to go. I think, Roger, it's going to be a story of whether Silver Bay can control the backboards and slow down Marshall U High.
Absolutely. Silver Bay gets it for opening tip from Trost. This is Mike Frericks. There are two Frericks in the starting lineup for Silver Bay. This is Dave Trost. His first shot is no good. Tipped around and comes down to Rodney Hargest of Marshall U. And back come the Cardinals. Hargest is the big scorer for Marshall U. This is Butch Greene. Kevin Washington. Washington with it again. Greene and Hargest. Man-to-man defense here for Silver Bay. Washington. Long jump shot by Greene. Comes off and it comes down to Silver Bay. Frericks tries to get it ahead and finally does so after a scramble to Casey Frank. And he's going to set it up outside with Mike Frericks.
Silver Bay look like they might like to run a little bit.
Along the lane, the short jumper is up and no good. Into the lane, comes down with it is Willie Braziel. Just about a minute gone. This is a quarterfinal game in Class A. This is Hargest. Here's it there to Greene. Hargest, first shot, goes around and no good. Tipped out, recovered there by Kevin Washington of Marshall U. Lays it off, but another shot by Greene. This one is good, and Marshall U leads 2-0. Marshall U pressing in backcourt. Frericks gets it over to Flanagan. Now back to Frericks. Mike Frericks. Flanagan. This is Tom Frericks. His shot is up, around and no good. Comes down to Marshall U's Greene. We'll let Hargest bring it up. Hargest will bring the ball up, and he's the second tallest man in the Marshall U lineup. Jump shot is up and good by Ronnie Hadley. 4-0 Marshall U. 6:12 to go, first period. Flanagan to Frericks. Tom Frericks. Jump shot is up and way short. Ball comes loose, picked up in the corner by Flanagan. Out front to Mike Frericks.
Two Frericks are cousins, not brothers.
Frericks top of the key. He's going to put it up from there, and he's got it at 4-2. Mike Frericks for the first bucket for Silver Bay, and the Mariners come out pressing.
Always nice to get that first one out of the way.
Zone press, Hargest into the forecourt. I think got away with one there. Looked like he turned it over. This is Greene in the lane. Turnaround jump shot. Hadley is around and no good. Ball comes loose, tipped out front. Hargest will try it. Around and out. Rebound comes down to Silver Bay's Dave Trost. And back they come fast breaking. Frank tried to lay it off, instead intercepted by Marshall U, and back come the Cardinals.
Yeah, that Hadley moves a lot. He is perpetual motion.
Hadley puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Silver Bay gets it again. That's Tom Frericks. And Silver Bay showing no inclination at all of slowing the game down. They want to run just as much as Marshall U does. Mike Frericks with it. Frank looking inside. Both teams playing man-to-man defense. Flanagan tries the long one. That's no good. Rebound to Hadley. Gets it off in the backcourt to Hargest. Hargest for Washington. Now Greene. Hargest again. Tries the baseline. Up and good. 2 points for Hargest. Marshall U leads 6-2. Flanagan into the forecourt. Along the baseline for Trost. Flanagan again. Up. No good. Rebound tipped around. Comes out long. Picked up there by Casey Frank. Down the left side. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Silver Bay. It'll be Marshall U.
Well, so far, Silver Bay having the same problem that a lot of other clubs have had, just drawing a cold hand here at the outset.
Zone press here for Silver Bay. And Greene turned it over on the dribble or called for traveling, whichever. I think he called it going either way, but they call him for traveling. And Silver Bay will get it, so the press pays off. Frank puts it in play to Frericks. Mike Frericks is 31. Cousin Tom Frericks is 43. The pass intercepted by Marshall U. This is Willie Braziel. Now gets it to Hargest. Up and in.
Hargest has great body control. Just tremendous body control.
4 points for Hargest. It's 8-2 Marshall U with 3:46 to go first period. Flanagan lays it off to Trost. Up and good. Trost with his first bucket. It's 8-4.
He's the guy that's got to score for them. He's averaged 19 points a game for Silver Bay.
Hargest gets it ahead to Greene. Greene tried to get it underneath to Braziel. Went by everybody. And Silver Bay will take over. And And Ed Prohofsky is up and walking. He'll go from one end of the bench to the other all night long. This is Frericks out front. Down the lane, has it blocked away, and back comes Marshall Hugh. Hargest couldn't get to it. It's cut off instead by Flanagan. And Silver Bay retains control. Silver Bay showing a little quickness of their own. This is Mike Frericks with it. Dave Trost, nothing there. Comes down to Marshall Hugh's Willie Braziel, and back come the Cardinals with Hargest. He'll try the long jump shot. Picked up there by Greene, up and good. Greene has 4 points. Silver Bay is going to talk it over. Time out on the floor with the score. Marshall University 10 and Silver Bay 4.
Today's modern cooking.
Duluthians are concerned about TV violence. Northern City National Bank conducted research that showed 73% of those interviewed felt there was too much violence on TV. Duluthians are concerned, and so is the Northern City. That's why Northern City will not advertise in any excessively violent television programming. As a major local advertiser and corporate citizen of the community we serve, we feel it is Northern City's responsibility to take this stand.
What makes roast beef beefier?
Milk does.
What makes blueberries berrier?
Milk does.
What makes green beans greenier?
Milk does.
'Cause milk is a natural.
Milk really does make food taste better. Serve it to your kids at dinner tonight. You'll love the way they enjoy it. I know I do.
What makes meatloaf meatier?
Milk does.
What makes chocolate chips chippier?
Milk does.
Milk is a natural.
Frericks, top of the key. Goes to Trost with it in the lane. This is Tom Frericks, up and in. His first basket, and it's 10-6. Marshall Hugh in front. Silver Bay again pressing after a successful basket. Hadley's pass knocked down. Back comes Silver Bay and traveling. A double dribble, okay. Double dribble against Casey Frank. Got a little bit of a hurry.
Lest you want to criticize the young man, that, my friends, is called the tournament jitters right there. You probably wouldn't do that all year again.
Just in too much of a hurry to get that one back. Hargest in the forecourt to Greene. Greene's going to put it up, and it's good. Greene has 6 points, and it's 12-6. Marshall Hugh, 2 minutes remaining, first period. Flanagan with it. Check it, that's Frank with it. Now Frericks. This is Flanagan. Lob pass to Trost and a foul from behind. That'll be Willie Braziel. That was the first personal for him, and in fact the first foul of the game.
There it is again. On the back.
Jump shot is up by Frank. No good. Rebound to Braziel. 12-6. Marshall Hugh in front. They will retain possession. Hargest will put it in play. Hargest lob pass to Hadley underneath.
Oh, he wanted to stuff that.
Yes, he had ideas. Jump shot there by Braziel is no good, and back comes Silver Bay. That's Frericks with the rebound. Hadley had a notion, but he just
he wanted to stuff that ball in the worst way, but he'd gone too far by it.
All alone underneath is Trost, an easy layup. Well, that ball rolled by about half the players on each team, and there standing all by himself underneath was Dave Trost, and it's 12-8 in favor of Marshall Hugh. 1:20 to go, first period. Greene with it. Hadley lays it off. Reverse layup was no good by Washington. Scramble for the ball. Washington comes up with it again. Greene, he'll try the jump shot, but he traveled. It's going to be Silver Bay's ball. .109 to go, first quarter.
Marshall Hugh has not really used a pressing defense yet on Silver Bay.
This is Frericks with it. Trost inside to Flanagan. Turnaround shot is up and good. Flanagan's first basket, and it's 12-10. Silver Bay is within 2. Silver Bay almost came up with it on the press, but Frank couldn't handle it. And Marshall Hugh is going to get it back again. No, they're going to jump it up. They couldn't decide who tipped it out of bounds.
I'm really surprised. Marshall Hugh is having some trouble with this press, and Silver Bay is exhibiting an awful lot of quickness.
Greene will jump for Marshall Hugh against Frank. of Silver Bay. Controlled by Marshall U. This is Hargest. Hargest in the lane. Up and no good. Rebound. Comes down to Trost. Silver Bay doing a good job on the defensive board, and they will have to do that. Flanagan starts down right of the lane, carries all the way up and good, but it does not count.
No basket. And don't believe there will be a shot.
Foul called against Butch Greene. That's his first personal, his second team foul on Marshall U.
Here it is again. Right there is where they made the call.
28 seconds in the period. Flanagan puts it up, no good. Tipped around, and I think Flanagan's going to get the foul as he went for his own rebound. First foul for Flanagan, first team foul for Silver Bay. So Marshall U will put it in play in backcourt with Hargest. Gets it into Greene. Greene way down court for Hadley. He's cut off there by Flanagan. Hadley along the baseline. Lays it off. Jumper is up by Washington, around and in. 14-10. Silver Bay doesn't see the clock. They'll have to hurry. Just 3 seconds. I don't think they know how much time is left. Flanagan puts up the long one. Did not go. That's the end of the first quarter with a score. Marshall University 14 and Silver Bay 10.
The staff from all the Zup stores in Silver Bay, Tower, Aurora, and Hibbing salute the Silver Bay Mariners state tournament team. And they remind you to shop at Zup's for the freshest meats, produce, bakery goods, and homemade sausage. Zup's is famous for their quality and fine service to each and every customer. Whether you're on the North Shore or Iron Range, there's a Zup's near you. Unity Realty of Duluth and Silver Bay is now the area dealer for quality Midwestern homes. Come in and talk about the many building plans they have available, including complete construction or roughed-in models where you put on the finishing touches. Unity specializes in North Shore, Lake, and Lakeview properties and acreage. When you're looking for a home or property, contact Unity Realty in Duluth at 501 Lonsdale Building. Call 722-1773 or call Jerry Simonson on the North Shore at 1-226-3771.
By as many as 6 during the quarter, but Silver Bay pulled back within 2 at 12-10, and then turned the ball back over to Marshall U High that allowed them to pick up their last 2 points. So a 4-point lead as we start the second quarter.
Hadley and Trost will tip it off. Controlled by Silver Bay again. This is Frericks. Mike Frericks with it. Frank looking inside, finds nothing. Now in the lane, Trost underneath, up and in. 6 points for Trost, and it's 14-12. Ball tipped out of bounds by Tom Frericks of Silver Bay in the press. Marshall U will get it back, and they're having trouble with his press. I don't think they haven't lost the ball really, but it seems to have disrupted their game. Hadley goes all the way, up and no good. Rebound to Silver Bay. This is Flanagan as it tipped out of his hands by Washington, but Silver Bay will get it back again, and Marshall U's going to come out with a press of their own.
Yeah. Figured that had to happen.
Pass down court for Trost. He'll hold it up. Now take it deeper in the zone himself. Gets his man in the air, has it blocked away by Braziel. Will have a jump ball.
Nice. Crowd's booing, but Greene played it pretty well. He got his hand on the ball and really never let Trost get up in the air with the ball. See if he did hit him at all. Looked like the ball to me. Back it up a little bit. No, we don't have time.
I don't know if Willie Braziel got hit in the face and was holding it, or was afraid the ref caught him. Jump shot is up and no good by Flanagan. A foul called out court on the shot. That's going to be Hargest, and it should be 2 shots.
That's his first.
Team's third. Flanagan at the free throw line for Silver Bay. He'll have 2 shots. He can tie it up if he can convert them here. Marshall U by 2, by 1.
Well, if he gets this one, it'll be our first tie. Marshall U is led all the way.
Doesn't get it. Rebound to Braziel. Hadley gets it ahead to Greene. Washington. Hadley will try it. No good. Rebound picked up by Hadley in the lane. Try it again. That time he made it. Hadley has 4 points. Silver Bay has no trouble with the press. Frericks carries in, up and good. 16-15. Marshall U by 1. This is Greene all the way. Lays it off underneath for Braziel. A nice pass. Nice feed. Braziel's first bucket. 18-15. Marshall U by 3. Flanagan decides to hold it up. Gets it out to Trost. Now Frericks. Frank. Tom Frericks. Back around. Frank tried the shot. Nothing there. Back comes Kevin Washington of Marshall U. Carries all the way. The left-hander is up and good. Tipped by Washington on a tip. Washington stayed right with it. Got a 5-point lead for Marshall U at 20-15. This is Trost. And have a foul against Braziel.
He moved in and tried to get position, but he didn't have it long enough before contact was made.
His second, team's fourth. So Silver Bay will put it in play under their own basket. Flanagan gets it into Frank. Turnaround shot by Trost is off. No good. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Silver Bay's ball. Last touch, they say, by Greene of Marshall U.
I think it went off his shoulder or head as it came down.
Inbounds pass to Frerick. He gets it back, and he'll try the shot. Around and around and in. Frerick has 4. 20-17. Marshall U by 3. 5.5 to go. All alone underneath, and up for the basket is Hadley. 6 points for him. 22-17. Frerick. And they're going to have a foul out court. It's going to be an offensive foul against Mike Frerick. His first. Team's second.
Here's Frerick with the ball.
Right into Hadley, or Hargest, rather.
Hargest going by him. And
Washington gets it ahead to Hargest. Hargest will try it. That one's high off the rim, comes down to Trost. Back comes Silver Bay with Frank. 5 minutes to go, first half. 22-17, Marshall U by 5. Lob pass to Trost. Short jumper is around and no good. Rebound Hargest. Hargest down the lane. Scoop shot is up and no good. Rebound and high in the air to get it was Trost, and he's doing a good job on the board for Silver Bay. This is Frericks into the forecourt. Flanagan drives it all the way, puts it up, no good, but a foul. It's called against Hadley. That'll be a 2-shot foul, but it also puts Silver Bay in the bonus when they get to the next one.
There it is again. Watch Ronnie Hadley. Hargest reached around behind, and Hadley caught him with the body, not with the arm, but with the body.
One more for Flanagan. It's 22-18 in favor of Marshall U. 22-19. Silver Bay pressing again. We're going to have a traveling call against Hargest in the backcourt. Second turnover for Marshall U so far. 4:39 to go, first half. Silver Bay can get within 1 if they can get a bucket here. Trost spins around his man, up and around and in. Trost has 8 points. Playing a strong game for Silver Bay tonight. Ball tipped away by Trost on the steal. Frank drives in the lane, up and no good. Rebound tipped around. This is Trost underneath, puts it up and good. A foul is called.
Basket counts. Silver Bay has their first lead. Here it is again. Watch Trost go to the basket. Up. And Hargest draws the foul.
Marshall U wants to talk it over. Timeout on the floor. The score is Silver Bay 3 and Marshall U 22.
It's not uncommon to see premiums for saving, but Northern City National Bank has changed that. Now you can get a premium for taking out a loan. With any type of qualifying easy interest loan of $1,500 or more, we'll give you a certificate for tools or whatever, free. Just apply that certificate to merchandise purchased at selected area hardware stores. We call it Tools for Borrowing. One more way to save when you borrow from Northern City National Bank.
The Silver Bay, Beaver Bay, and Finland area residents and merchants are proud of the quality of life in their northern Minnesota communities. Nestled on Lake Superior's scenic North Shore, Silver Bay, Beaver Bay, and Finland offer residents excellent educational facilities, outstanding recreation areas, a modern medical clinic, and many more services. Congratulations to the William Kelly High School Mariners, and good luck.
Dave Trost goes to the line. He has 10 points, and he can increase his team's lead to 2.
(24-22), Silver Bay in front. And again pressing into the forecourt is Greene. Carries all the way. Scoop shot is up and in. Greene has 8 points, and we're tied at 24.
First time we've been tied since 0-0.
This is Frericks with it. He goes all the way in the lane, up and no good. Came out again. Rebound to Braziel. Pass down court, intercepted by Frank. Frank lays it off in the corner to Frericks. Back out to Mike Frericks. Sets it up there with Flanagan. Trost out. Mike Frericks. Now Frank with it. Dave Frericks. No, this is Flanagan, excuse me. Has a block by Hadley. But Frank gets it back for Silver Bay. Mike Frericks. Cross court to Flanagan. In the lane, off the glass, no good. Flanagan tips it away, picked up by Frank. His jumper is good. First 2 points for Frank, and it gives Silver Bay a 2-point lead at 26-24. Hadley gets it off to Washington. Up court to Hadley. All alone underneath. Braziel missed the easy one. Back comes Silver Bay. With Frank, goes all the way down the lane. Scoop shot is up and good. 4 points for Frank. Silver Bay by 4, 28-24. Hadley with it to Hargest. Hargest right of the lane, goes all the way up and missed the layup. Tipped once, no good by Braziel. Braziel again, and he's got it. Basket will not count.
Good tough rebounding by Braziel underneath. And he drew the foul.
Foul occurred prior to the basket.
Watch this. I mean, he just wraps his whole arm around this. No basket, though.
Flanagan draws his second personal. That's Silver Bay's third team foul. So Rodney Hargest will put it in play for Marshall U. 2:54 to go first half. Silver Bay by 4 at 28-24. Braziel underneath, and a foul is called. That'll be Trost.
Well, they tried to block him off. They tried to cut him off as he moved in to take the pass, and you see the collision. And again, it's a matter of whether possession belonged to whom, and there was no possession because they're both moving.
Hadley with it. His jumper is off, no good. Rebound to Mike Frericks. This is Frank ahead to Tom Frericks, up and good. He has 6 points. 30-24, Silver Bay by 6.
Well, earlier it was Silver Bay that had the cold hand. Right now, Marshall U is having problems putting it in the basket.
All underneath is Hadley for the easy one. Ronnie Hadley with 8 points. 30-26, Silver Bay's lead is 4. 2:20 to go, first half. Frank into the forecourt. It's out there from Mike Frericks. Frank again. Tom Frericks. Marshall U in his zone. Ball tipped up, but Frank gets it, puts it up, and it's good. 6 points for him. I'll tell you, Silver Bay's got a hot hand right now. They lead by 6, 32-26. Ball comes to Washington, ahead to Hargest. And back to Washington. This is Greene. Hargest again. He'll try the long jumper. No good. Rebound. Trost. No, Flanagan, excuse me. Silver Bay doing a good job on that defensive board. Tom Frericks has it tipped away from him, but a foul is called. That'll be Washington, his first.
Well, here it is again. Now watch on the arm right there. Sometimes you can get away with that, but it requires a little more traffic around you where the sight isn't quite as good.
Jerry Williams is in for Marshall U. He's a sophomore at 5'10". He's in replacing Greene. Free throw is up by Frericks and no good. Long rebound picked up by Williams. Hadley tried to get underneath to Williams, tipped away and out of bounds, but it's going to be Marshall U's ball. 1:28 to go first half.
Jerry Williams is just a sophomore, but he played a big part in Marshall U's win over St. Cloud Cathedral in the regional final.
This is Hargest. Williams. Hargest again. Washington. Hargest with a jump shot. That one comes out. Tipped once, no good. Williams again is good. Williams with his first basket. 32-28. Silver Bay in front with 1:05 remaining in the half. Ball tipped away and stolen by Marshall U. They keep it in play. Still loose. Williams again lays it up and in. Williams comes in, gets 2 quick baskets, and Marshall U is back within 2.
That's just what he did against St. Cloud Cathedral.
32-30. Trost in backcourt to Frank. Now they get into the forecourt with Frericks. This is Mike Frericks. Frank with it. Flanagan. Frank with it in the corner. Frericks, long jumper. Look at the arch on that one. Came down to Trost. Up and good. No good. Excuse me. Trost again is good. Foul is called. Flanagan got the first rebound and shot. Trost got the second one, which he made, and it was foul.
Now this is rebounding, and there is Braziel on his arm. And that's Braziel's 3rd foul.
He's going to be replaced immediately by Butch Greene, who comes back in.
34-30.
Dave Trost with a chance to complete the 3-point play. If so, he would give Silver Bay a 5-point lead. He does. 35-30, 24 seconds in the half. Washington gets it ahead to Hadley. Hadley down the lane is Greene. Scoop shot is up, no good. Tipped around by Williams. He keeps it alive. Missed the shot. And back comes Silver Bay with it. Pass way down court to Frank. 10 seconds. Frank with a short jumper off the glass. Missed it. Ball comes down loose on the floor. Picked up by Williams. Back comes Marshall U. 4 seconds. They will get the bucket. Hargest. Hargest gets his 6th point at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half with the scores. Silver Bay 35 and Marshall U 32.
What makes hot dogs doggier?
Milk does.
What makes peaches peachier?
Milk does.
What makes graham crackers crackier?
Milk does.
'Cause milk is a natural.
Milk is a natural with the foods kids like best. Nothing like a big cold glass to make favorites taste even better. See for yourself tomorrow at lunch.
What makes grilled cheese cheesier?
Milk does.
What makes sponge cake spongier?
Milk does.
Milk is a natural.
With equipment like this cardiac care unit, physicians in hospitals are reducing the death rate from heart attack and stroke. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota, improvements like these mean we have more health claims to pay, 50% more than just 3 years ago. And with our new quick claim system, we're processing claims 3 times faster, 14,000 a day, 1 every 2 seconds. No other company does this much this fast for health in Minnesota.
35-32 is our halftime score. Silver Bay leading the defending Class A champion Marshall University in a doggone good basketball game, I'll tell you that. Silver Bay is playing them awful tough, doing an excellent job on the backboards, and that's the story of the game because Marshall U wants to run. And the old story in basketball is if you don't have the ball, you can't run with it, and Silver Bay is doing an excellent job. That's very much the story of this first half, in my opinion. The Marshall U dance line is out, so before we go to our features and before we get down to the official scoring in the half, we'll take a look at a bit of their performance just as soon as they get started here. Second game tonight, we'll remind you, is Welcome Memorial against Pelican Rapids. Glencoe and Winona Cotter qualified for the Class A semifinals with wins this afternoon. The winner of this game will play the second Class A semifinal game. That will be on Friday afternoon. Okay, let's move along here in our halftime and take a look at our Region 5 representative, Marshall University.
Marshall University High School, located in Dinkytown near the University of Minnesota, is a 6th through 12th grade school that draws its 1,200 students from all over the Minneapolis area. As one of 2 secondary programs in the Southeast Alternatives Project, MUHS offers students a chance to choose each trimester the courses they wish to take. Dr. Michael Joseph, the principal of MUHS, is proud of the many innovations begun at Marshall U which have been adopted citywide. For junior high students, 3 options are available. A 6th through 8th grade open classroom where an informal atmosphere encourages students to help plan their activities. A 6th through 8th upgrade continuous progress model is available, or students may choose a graded 7th and 8th classroom. For senior high school students, a full range of traditional courses are available in mathematics, science, language arts, foreign language, and music, as well as others. Students may also choose the 9 through 12 open classrooms that began this year, thus making kindergarten through the 12th grade open education available in Southeast. MUHS is one of Minneapolis schools offering secondary centers. Students come from all over the city for part of the day for plastics, television, economics, graphic arts, and child development. Action learning, deliberate psychological counseling classes, and a wilderness and research experience, AWARE, are also offered. A warm and friendly atmosphere exists at MUHS where teachers and students of all races and nationalities come together to share ideas and to learn. MUHS is proud of its athletic programs. This year, as the girls' basketball team, once undefeated during the 1976-77 year, placed 4th in the first girls' state basketball tourney. The boys' basketball team won the Class A state championship in 1976. The Southeast community will be cheering the boys' basketball team, which enters this year's state contest undefeated.
This is the 1977 Minnesota State High School Basketball Tournament.
Seems like Herb used to spend half the week running to and from the bank. He'd constantly be transferring money back and forth between checking and savings. Now, Herb transfers his money at night or on weekends. With Northern City's telephone transfer, Herb can do it by telephone, anytime, night or day, any day of the week. Herb really enjoys Northern City's telephone transfer. Just one of many Northern City Unibanking services, all designed to help you make the most of what you've got.
Hi, folks. This is Easy Deal and Connie out at Gary Builder Supply in Gary, New Duluth. And look what we have here, folks. We've just unloaded a boxcar load of 3.5 by 15, 70 square foot rolls of genuine fiberglass insulation at just $6.39 a roll. Yes, folks, $6.39 a roll. And come out and see me, Easy Deal and Connie, for all your building material needs. We'll deal on anything.
That's the Marshall University dance line, and while you're taking a look at them, we will skim over the first half scoring for you with Silver Bay leading Marshall U 35-32 at halftime in this Class A quarterfinal game. For Marshall U, Rodney Hargest had 6 points in the first half. Butch Greene with 8. Kevin Washington had 4. Jerry Williams had 4. Ronnie Hadley had 8. And Willie Braziel had 2 points. Total of 32 for Marshall U. For Silver Bay, Jeff Flanagan had 5. Tom Frericks had 6 points. Dave Trost had 14 and played extraordinarily well for Silver Bay in that first half. Not only with his scoring, but did a superb job on the defensive board. He's clearly the outstanding player in the game at this moment. Casey Frank had 6 points in the half for Silver Bay, and Mike Frericks had 4. Total of 35 for the Silver Bay Mariners. Again, this is the Marshall University dance line. Had a little technical trouble getting them started here, but as you can see, they're well underway with their routine. They are coached, incidentally, by Aria Hazley. She is their coach. Okay, there they're going to take a little bow, and that's the Marshall University dance line. The 1977 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament will continue after station identification.
Ladies, are you tired of facing a grouch like this in the morning? Let the independent cleaners change this picture for you. First, Give the old grouchy shirt that was laundered with tender care at Independent. Then his suit that was gently and beautifully dry cleaned at Independent. The result? Right. The best dressed grouch in town.
A fire in your home is serious, so why haven't you protected it with a fire and smoke alarm? Too expensive. Not anymore with the help of Frigidaire. Purchase any major Frigidaire appliance and you'll receive an Emhart fire and smoke alarm, a $44.95 value for only $2.99. Own the best in appliances, Frigidaire. See your nearby Frigidaire dealer now.
See the complete Frigidaire line now on sale at Johnson TV and Appliance, Spirit Valley.
The 1977 Honda Civics at 1976 prices, you'd better believe it. During Crenzen's fabulous deflation sale, you can get in on the hottest bargain around. For a limited time only, Crenzen has a special group of 1977 Honda Civics.
RTV, superior television for the port cities.
I think they announced 11 this afternoon, but the consensus was that included the janitorial crew and a few others here at the Civic Center. Obviously tickets sold and not necessarily the turnstile attendants. The Silver Bay dance line was not scheduled out. In case you're wondering why they are not performing, they were not scheduled to perform during halftime here, so that's the reason. The Silver Bay band playing right now, and you have to admire the people who make long trips to come down for these tournaments. Silver Bay is north of Duluth, of course, quite a long haul. Pelican Rapids is another example. They're located up in the northwestern part of the state. They've got quite a haul to get down here, so when these people make that long trip just to see the youngsters, especially people who don't have family necessarily involved with the team, they just like to support their community and support their team, and they make the long haul right along with the relatives and close friends, and you certainly have to admire them for that. We get the halftime statistics, which we will run down here for you in just a couple of moments. It is 35-32 in favor of Silver Bay at the end of the first half of play. So let's take a look at our Region 7 representative, the Silver Bay area.
The community of Silver Bay is located 50 miles northeast of Duluth in the Sawtooth Mountains on the shore of Lake Superior. Approximately 3,500 people live and work in Silver Bay. The town was first built about 30 years ago when a taconite processing plant, Reserve Mining Company, was built. Soon after the company was started, homes, shopping centers, recreational facilities, and schools began to develop. About 90% of the people are employed by the company. Tourists may see ore boats come and go from the mining company's ore docks in the summer. Reserve has played an important role in the lives of the people of Silver Bay. Students in Silver Bay may attend any one of 3 schools. Classes are held in Compton Elementary School for children who are in kindergarten through 4th grade. Grades 5 through 8 are in Mary McDonald Middle School, and students in grades 9 through 12 attend William Kelly High School. The high school offers a wide variety of courses. A few sciences are chemistry, biology, physics, geology, physical science, and comparative anatomy. Some business course offerings are shorthand, typing, cooperative office education, and accounting. The Home Economics Department offers programs for both boys and girls in foods, child development, family relationships, home ec projects, consumerism, and sewing. Kelly High School is very proud of its fine theater department, which has given students the opportunity to design sets and try out for plays such as Godspell, My Fair Lady, Count Dracula, Lovely Ladies, Kind Gentlemen. The Kelly players have participated in regional and state one-act contests many years. Mass media journalism, developmental reading, humanities, and French are a few of the courses offered by the English department. Students in art develop their talents in design, pottery, jewelry, sculpture, printing, and painting. Each year, a senior art student has the opportunity to paint a mural in the cafeteria. Students also express their creativity in woodworking, metals, electronics, and architectural drawing. Kelly High School also has a fine music department. Each year, the choir and the band participate in music festivals. Many concerts are also given for the people in the community throughout the year. Students may participate in many organizations and clubs during mods and after school. Some of these clubs are sports, student council, science club, photo club, speech, and theater. We wish the Mariner team the very best of luck and would like to acknowledge the assistance of the following in producing this presentation. Sandy Fox, photographer, Ronald Bolt, script, Lynn Koljuski, script, Karen Kane, typist, Reserve Mining Company, Edgar Baseman, principal of William Kelly High School, Robert Osland, faculty advisor.
This is the 1977 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament.
Powers Marshall University will accept that compliment. Thank you very much. 35-32, Silver Bay in front of Marshall U. Marshall University working on a 53-game winning streak and looking for their second consecutive Class A championship. They have their hands very, very full here with Silver Bay tonight. This is all the ball game they could possibly want, I assure you of that. In the first half, neither team shot particularly well. In fact, Marshall U shot better than Silver Bay did. They had 16 of 37 from the field for 43.6%. Silver Bay converted 15 of 37 for 41%. Free throws, 5 of 7 for Silver Bay. Marshall U did not shoot a free throw. In fact, did not have a free throw attempt. And therein lies the story of Silver Bay's lead at this point. Hadley will jump center against Trost to begin the second half. Tip controlled by Silver Bay. They have gotten the tip in all 3 quarters so far. This is Frericks, Mike Frericks. He's going to try the first shot of the half. Does not go. Underneath, it's Trost, up and good. Will it count? No. The foul is against Williams. First personal for Williams. He's 30, as you saw, just before Trost started to go back up. First personal for Williams, first team foul of the half. Frericks again tries. Again, no good. Rebound comes down to Williams. Now, he has played well since coming in for Marshall U. This is Washington. Greene. Greene's going to try it from there. Comes off, no good. Rebound, tipped out, controlled by Greene again. Hargest still on the baseline. High arching shot hit the side of the backboard. Washington got it back out front to Greene. To Hadley looking inside. Hadley will try it himself. Comes off, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. It's going to be Silver Bay's ball. Marshall U comes out with some full court pressure. They get it ahead to Frericks and right back to Frank. This is Trost with it. To Flanagan. He'll try the jump shot. It's good. Jeff Flanagan has 7 points. And Silver Bay leads by 5 at 37-32. This is Washington into the forecourt for Marshall U. For Hadley. Hadley in the lane. Lays it behind him. Williams' jump shot will be called for traveling. And Silver Bay will take over.
Well, Roger, I got to say that there aren't too many people that are not from Silver Bay that expected what we're seeing right now.
I think you're right. I think Silver Bay has played a heck of a ball game. I think Trost is the outstanding player on the floor at this time. Frericks with a shot up and good. Will it count? It does. Foul is called. Greene draws the foul. That was Tom Frericks.
Here he works his way in. Greene over the body and on the arm both.
So Frericks with a chance at a 3-point play can give Silver Bay an 8-point lead, and he does.
It's their biggest, isn't it?
It is, 40-32.
Biggest lead either team has had.
In the backcourt, Marshall U almost lost it. Hargest gets it ahead to Hadley. Hadley in the lane, lays it up, and good. Hadley has 10 points. First bucket of the second half for Marshall U. This is Mike Frericks for Silver Bay. Tom Frericks, Mike Frericks again, Flanagan. Looking inside, gets it into Trost. Trost almost lost it as he started his drive, but gets it back out front again to Frericks. Flanagan, Trost again. This is Frank. Starts his drive, gets it off to Flanagan. Back out front to Mike Frericks. Into to Trost. Turnaround jump shot is good. Trost has 16. 42-34. Again, Silver Bay by 8. 5:35 to go in the third period. Silver Bay nearly got the steal, but couldn't keep it in play, and Marshall U will get it back again.
Raj, we talked about experience in the tournament and tournament jitters. Silver Bay showing an awful lot of poise.
Absolutely. They've exhibited none of that. Washington into the forecourt for Marshall U. Jump shot is up by Hadley. No good. Rebound comes down to Hadley, but he stepped on the baseline with it. And it's going to be Silver Bay's ball again.
I think Marshall U is going to have to get some help from Rodney Hargest. He has drawn a cold hand so far in the game and has not been able to hit from outside at all.
Yeah, he hit just 3 of 12 from the field in the first half. Far, far below his normal production. Trost begins his drive, stays with it, up and in. Trost with 18. Silver Bay by 10, 44-34. Marshall U is back with Hadley. He lays it off underneath. Greene all alone scores. 10 points for Butch Greene, 44-36. Silver Bay in front. Marshall U has had a lot of trouble with that Silver Bay press. Not that they've lost the ball so much on turnovers, but it's just disrupted what they want to do. Tom Frericks takes a look, sees nothing there. Cross court to Flanagan. He's going to be called for traveling, and it'll be Marshall U's ball. Ed Prohofsky works his way to the other end of the bench again for Marshall U. He said last night, I got a terrible stomach because of all this. I said, Ed, would you rather be home? He said, I'd rather have a terrible stomach.
Yeah.
Turnaround jump shot by Williams. Off the board. Tipped by Hadley. No good. Rebound comes down to Tom Frericks of Silver Bay. And this is cousin Mike Frericks. To Frank. Cross court for Flanagan. Frericks, Flanagan, and Trost. Frank has it tipped away, but it's picked up by Frericks. Flanagan. Looking inside again for Trost. Back to Frericks. Frank again. Trost back out to Frericks. They're giving Frericks that shot from the top there, but he has not shown any inclination to take it tonight so far. It's just Tom Frericks lost it, and a good steal by Hadley. Took it right off, and back comes Marshall U. They trail by 8. Hargest to Hadley. Hadley traveled with it. Shuffled those feet as he started his drive, and they turn it right back to Silver Bay. Washington down court for Marshall U with a little pressure of his own, but it really doesn't amount to very much. And Frericks is into the forecourt for Silver Bay. Gets it off to Flanagan. Trost inside for Flanagan. Jump shot is blocked. Tipped out, and back comes Marshall U with Greene. The race is on. Greene carries all the way. Puts it up and in, and a foul is called. Mike Frericks draws the foul. The basket by Greene will count. That's 12 points for him. See it again. You can see that Frericks is moving. He did not have established position. Greene with a chance at a three-point play. Did not get it tipped up, no good. Trost comes down with it for Silver Bay. Silver Bay by 6 at 44-38. 3:10 to go, third quarter. Good basketball game. Trost with it. Jump shot is up. He's got another one. Trost has 20.
Boy, he has been tough, not only shooting-wise, but doing a great job of rebounding, too.
46-38. Silver Bay in front. Hargest with a long jump shot. No good. Rebound to Frericks. That's Tom Frericks. Into the forecourt for Frank. Frank in the lane. He'll try the jump shot. Around and around and no good. Rebound to Hadley. Back comes Marshall U with Hargest. Hargest down the lane. The foul is called, and it's going to be Frericks again.
There it is, and this time no doubt about possession of the territory. Third foul on Frericks. Second team foul.
Silver Bay second, right. So Marshall U will put it in play. Hargest gets it into Hadley. Looking underneath for Williams. This is he. Turnaround jumper is up and around and no good. Tipped once, no good. Comes down into the hands of Washington. Lost it on the floor. We'll have a jump ball.
I'm sure that Marshall UI has not been behind too many times this year. And right now they seem to be holding up pretty well under it. They're not forcing it too much. Still playing their game. Hargest has got to start to hit to help them, though.
No question. They simply look for him. He's got to produce for them. Tip control by Silver Bay. And this is Flanagan in backcourt. Gives it there to Frericks, and he starts up. Silver Bay by 8. 2:15 to go, third quarter. This is Frank with it. Frank again. Looking inside for Trost along the baseline. Plays it off underneath. Tried to get it to Tom Frericks. He puts it up, but a foul is called. Frericks had a hard time getting control of it. When he finally did, he put it up, and Hadley drew the foul.
Number 32.
That's his second team foul for Marshall University.
Maybe could have called traveling, but I don't think he really had possession, so they let it go by.
I think a Marshall U player may have touched it in between, and they just really were kind of scrambling for it there. 2 shots for Frericks. That's the first one. We'll have one more. He has 10 points. That one is short. Rebound to Greene. 47-38. Silver Bay by 9. Under 2 minutes. 1:50 to go. Third quarter. Washington with it. Hargest down the lane. Up and no good. Rebound to Trost. Frericks into the forecourt. He's going to take that shot they've been giving him, and he doesn't get it. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Hadley, and it'll be Silver Bay's ball. Bring it into Frank. Into Trost. Trost along the baseline. Short jumper is up, no good. Rebound is down to Washington, and Trost will be called for the foul on the rebound. That's his third team foul for Silver Bay. There he is over the back of Kevin Washington. And Washington will put it in play. And backcourt for Marshall U. Gets it into Greene. Right back to Washington. And he's into the forecourt. Tip control by Silver Bay. And this is Flanagan in backcourt. Gives it there to Frericks, and he starts up. Silver Bay by 8. 2:15 to go, third quarter. This is Frank with it. Frank again. Looking inside for Trost along the baseline. Plays it off underneath. Tried to get it to Tom Frericks. He puts it up, and a foul is called. Frericks had a hard time getting control of it. When he finally did, he put it up, and Hadley drew the foul.
Number 32.
That's his second team foul for Marshall University.
Maybe could have called traveling, but I don't think he really had possession, so they let it go by.
I think a Marshall U player may have touched it in between, and they just really were kind of scrambling for it there. 2 shots for Frericks. That's the first one. We'll have one more. He has 10 points. That one is short. Rebound to Greene. 47-38. Silver Bay by 9. Under 2 minutes. 1:50 to go. Third quarter. Washington with it. Hargest down the lane. Up and no good. Rebound to Trost. Frericks into the forecourt. He's going to take that shot they've been giving him, and he doesn't get it. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Hadley, and it'll be Silver Bay's ball. Bring it into Frank. Into Trost. Trost along the baseline. Short jumper is up, no good. Rebound is down to Washington, and Trost will be called for the foul on the rebound. That's his third team foul for Silver Bay. There he is over the back of Kevin Washington. And Washington will put it in play. And backcourt for Marshall U. Gets it into Greene. Right back to Washington. And he's into the forecourt. Gets it off to Greene. Greene over Trost. Has it. Greene has 14. 47-40. Silver Bay in front. 1:10 to go, third quarter. Ball stolen by Hargest. Races on between Hargest and Frerick. Hargest all the way. Got it. Hargest has 8. 47-42. Marshall U back within 5.
Closest they've been for a while.
Frerick with it. Going to take the shot again. This time he does not get it again. Rebound comes down to Williams. Well, they're giving him that shot. And he's misplaced now with it. Hargest will put it up. At it. Hargest suddenly gets out and he has 10 points. It's 47-44. Marshall U is back within 3. 25 seconds. We'll see if Silver Bay will play for 1. This is Frank with it. Underneath for Trost. Puts it up and oh, he gets hammered. No question about that one. Williams gets the foul and that'll be 2 shots.
Ronnie Hadley helped him up. Here's Williams. Greene there too. And Williams happened to be the man they tabbed for the foul.
Well, they got their money's worth on that one. So Trost at the free throw line for 2. He has 20 points already tonight.
What a game he's played.
21. This one comes up short. It's 48-44. Marshall U should get the last chance with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Hargest. Presumably will take the shot. He does, and he gets it.
He's warming up.
Hargest has 12. Silver Bay won't get it off with just 1 second left. That's it. The end of the third quarter with the score. Silver Bay 48 and Marshall U 46.
Here's a salute to Jeff Flanagan of the Silver Bay Mariners from the iron mining industry of Minnesota. Jeff is a 6'4" senior forward. His main interests are in sports and music. He's a member of the National Honor Society with honor ribbons in science. He's also vice president of the North Shore Barber Shoppers. Here's what Jeff has to say about his team.
Done this year is just when we go out to face a team, we don't send 5 players out on the court to meet their 5 players. We send 1 player out there, and that player has 10 arms and legs. And he's just a force against them, and we fight as one unit tied in with our coach and the other team members. And I think that's just been the history of our success thus far this year.
The people of northern Minnesota are proud of the Mariners, and the iron mining industry of Minnesota is pleased to salute Jeff Flanagan and his teammates.
Well, 48-46. Marshall U is pulled back within 2. Silver Bay led in this game from, oh golly, they took over the lead the first time at 23-22. Had not been headed since then. They still have the lead, but it's a lot more tenuous right now.
Tip control by Silver Bay. Again, they get it all 4 quarters. This is Frericks. He's going to give him the shot again. He missed it again. Missed everything. Trost saves it underneath, wide open. For the easy layup was Trost. Excuse me. Trost did not save it. It was Flanagan who saved it. In backcourt, they steal it. Out alone is strike. Up and in. That didn't take long. Silver Bay is back to a 6-point lead. Hargest will dunk from long range. Around and no good. Rebound to Trost. It's been a good ball game. I don't know. This may be the best game of the tournament so far.
I think so. It's been well played by both clubs. Had spurts both ways. Surges. 6-point lead again for Silver Bay right now.
Trost with it. Into Flanagan. Turnaround jump shot. High arch is good. Just that quickly, Silver Bay is back to an 8-point lead at 54-46 as they run off 6 straight to begin the 4th quarter. Marshall U coming down with Hadley. His jumper is up and good. Hadley has 12. Frank in backcourt.